Hi, welcome back to Wrestling Fun with Father and Son. I'm Father Matt, and this is Son.
Hi.
And this is a Rawsome Raw review. Yep, didn't expect to be doing this one for Raw the 27th of the 1st, 2020, but after the Rumble there was a few little points that I wanted to touch on. I'm not going to go through everything on Raw because not everything was great. I've got a few points that I've written out that I think we'll go through and just quickly discuss. First one was Drew McIntyre. Yes, he started off Raw. He came out and announced who he will face at WrestleMania. Who was it?
36.
Is it 36? Yeah, well, they don't really have the numbers anymore, but yep, it would be the 36th one, and he chose
Brock Lesnar.
Yep, Brock Lesnar.
Anyway, Brock Lesnar is on Raw.
Yeah, he's on Raw. Yep, makes a bit more sense, being as Drew McIntyre was the one that eliminated him as well at the Rumble. He said
if he eliminated Lesnar at the Rumble, probably could beat him for the title.
Well, that's what he basically said. He said that everyone was terrified in the back, but he's not. He thought going into the match, I can claymore him over the top rope. And then he said, I can beat him at WrestleMania. Then he issued an open challenge. Who came out?
DOC.
Yep, the OC, minus AJ Styles. It's been reported that AJ Styles has suffered a separated shoulder at the Rumble when he received that spear from Edge. He looked like he was trying to do a flip, but he landed on that shoulder, had to call an audible in the ring, and he had to get eliminated. It was rumoured that he was going to have a match against Edge, possibly at WrestleMania. That's what the rumour is. Don't know, it's in doubt now, but we'll get on to Edge in a bit. So, yep, they came out, had a handicap match. Match wasn't that long, to be fair. Drew McIntyre picked up the win, only for then him to sort of clear the ring out, and then Brock Lesnar came out of nowhere and F5'd Drew McIntyre. Obviously, he's very annoyed at Drew for eliminating him. I put that Samoa Joe versus Samoa Joe with Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy. They had a match. During the match, Samoa Joe did a suicide dive to the outside. It was to Buddy Murphy, I think. He moved out of the way. He landed really hard and then had to be sort of taken out of the match. Whether that's a legitimate injury, we don't really know. That could be storyline, but I haven't really heard too much. But that's a possible injury to Samoa Joe. So a bit of sad news if that is, because he's only just come back from injury, hasn't he? And also Andrade. We get to Andrade. Andrade had a match against Carrillo. It's been reported that Andrade is now suspended. Andrade has been suspended for 30 days for breaking a wellness violation.
I don't know what that is.
That's basically where the athletes take things that they shouldn't be. So for some of the more adult people out there, sort of like steroids, performance enhancing sort of things, which the WWE tests for. They test them with probably a P test every month. If they test positive for one of these sort of substances they shouldn't have, then they can get a suspension. This is his first one. He got written off the show because Carrillo ended up doing his own Andrade's own DDT on the concrete, a bit like how Andrade did it to him.
Humberto Carrillo did a moonsault, got the pin on Andrade, but Selena Vega broke it up.
Yeah, she broke it up.
And then it was in the ring. I cancelled the disqualification.
Yep, there was a DQ ending. Yep, it was a bit of a shame really, because now Selena Vega, she gets punished for that 30 days as well, because she's his valet, his manager. What's she now going to do for 30 days? It's not just him that he affects; it's her as well.
30 days is quite a long time.
It's a month, Kai. Yes, he's going to be not back until the end of February, and then we'll get to Edge. Throughout the show, they had all these little videos where they're showing like highlights of Edge's career. Edge came out, did a bit of an emotional speech. He said that he wanted to end his career on his terms, and that he's now back, and he doesn't know how long it's going to last, but you know, we'll have to see, and we're along for the ride. It's great to see Edge back. I'm glad that he is back, but like I say, I'm hoping that he's made the right decision for his own health. He seems to be in quite good shape. He seems to be not missed that much of a beat, but he's 46 now. If he gets an injury again, how's he gonna get over that injury and recover? We don't really know. But anyway, somebody came out to sort of embrace him, to sort of tease sort of teaming up. Who was it?
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton, yes. He came out, he did a bit of a tease saying we want Rated RKO back together, only for then him to
RKO.
Edge, and then he attacked him with a chair. He was going to put his neck in the chair, and it looked like he was going to jump from the second rope onto that chair, but I thought it was a little bit sort of a risky move on Edge, especially when he's had a couple of neck surgeries. But in the end, he did a concerto. He put the chair underneath Edge's head, and then he slammed the other chair on top. Bit of a risky move that, especially to Edge, but I think if it's done correctly, then it's all good. But yeah, it's nice to see Edge back. Very emotional speech and all that. We'll see what happens. There's some really good matches that he teased at, especially Seth Rollins. That'll be quite good match. Edge versus Seth Rollins in the future. Going to be quite a good one. Yeah, it looks like now it's going to be Randy Orton versus Edge. We think it was AJ Styles originally, but now they've had to change it to Randy Orton because of the injury. So yeah, Raw was okay this week. Had a couple of memorable spots, especially with Drew McIntyre choosing his opponent and Edge. Charlotte Flair was there actually. Was just quick to say that she didn't pick an opponent yet, but it looks like it's probably going to be Becky Lynch. I think, and that's where they're going to go, but we'll have to see. Anyway, if you liked Raw, then let us know, and let us know what you think of Edge's return in the comments. So, with saying that, we will say, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video, which will be AEW, which will be Saturday. So I'll say goodbye, and say goodbye, Kai.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.